up, everybody? DesertChief here, coming to you live from my Crown Victoria. It's another episode of Chasing Dust. Today I've got a really cool truck to show you guys. It's actually something that I've never seen in person before, but we have featured another build by this builder in the past. I'm heading to the Photoshoot location now. We should be getting there shortly, and as soon as we get there, you'll see exactly what kind of vehicle I'm talking about, because this thing is super cool. Now, the truck that I'm going to be shooting today is very unique. It's one of a kind, something that you probably have never seen before. A little bit about the builder. They're actually based out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and CDA, if you guys know where that is, it's up in northern Idaho, near Spokane, Washington, actually on the border. The company is called Rtech Fabrications. These guys are custom truck builders, and you may have seen a few of their other builds out there. More specifically, you guys may have remembered one of their builds that we actually covered at Driving Line called the Duke, and we actually got to see that truck firsthand at the SEMA show 2 years ago. Very impressive build. Those guys really killed it. We're getting to our spot here any minute now. We should be arriving, and I'm going to be looking out for these trucks. I actually heard that they are bringing the Duke with them to this photo shoot, along with this new vehicle called the Ponderosa that they actually just finished up. I'm going to keep an eye out for it. It's got to be a pretty huge trailer. I mean, that truck alone is pretty big. So today I'm going to be meeting up with the owner of Rtech Fabrications. His name is Randall Robertson. He's kind of the brains behind the whole operation. Randall is extremely well versed when it comes to building custom vehicles, something that takes a lot of craftsmanship and many years to really hone the skills that it takes to build a vehicle to that caliber. I've actually spoke with Randall on the phone before, but I've never met him in person. It's going to be cool to be able to meet Randall for the first time. I'm a huge fan of his vehicles, so this is a really cool opportunity for me. So we're fresh from the PNW trip you guys saw in the last episode. Big shout out to Off-Road Power Products, Cooper and Colette. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the t-shirt. I love it. It's great to meet you guys and hang out with you guys out there up at the LeMay Museum. So if you guys haven't watched that episode yet, check it out. It's pretty cool. We got to hang out with a lot of cool vendors up in the PNW area. So watch that episode. It's a lot of fun. I see him. Wow. That's a big trailer. Woo! How you doing?
We made it. Hey,
nice to meet you finally.
How you doing?
Yeah. This is awesome, man. Well, the rig itself is awesome, but what's behind it's more important. When did you guys get down in town?
We got in here Saturday, I'd say somewhere right around 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Got here a lot sooner than I thought it would.
Nice.
So,
okay. How bad was the drive?
It was a long drive.
Yeah.
This is a new tow rig for us, so there's two things I learned that it needed that we will do as soon as we get back. It needs a bigger turbo for going up the mountains.
Yeah.
And needs compression brakes for going down.
Okay. Yeah, those are important.
Yeah. So, but
yeah,
you know, other than that, it was awesome. It actually gets better fuel economy than my brand new Dodge.
Wow.
Yeah. So
this huge behemoth. Yeah.
I know.
That's awesome.
And this is a huge thing. Those things were clean when we got here.
Yeah. So
when
there's nothing hitting
with
it.
The Dodge on the gooseneck trailer.
Right.
Oh, they were plastered with
bugs. Yeah.
So this thing, all we really had to do is just kind of wipe it down a little bit because it rained a little bit on the way.
Yep.
And yeah, it was actually we spent more time cleaning the tires than we did anything else.
You guys were at the Brothers Truck Show this weekend out in Silverado Canyon. So how was that? I heard you guys did pretty good out there.
Yeah, we got Brothers Choice.
Wow.
You know, and it's really cool because I think a lot of people know this already, but I actually build my trucks to win the Brothers Truck Show. You know, the SEMA thing's great.
Yeah.
You know, and all the good guys, because we do a lot of good guys shows. But to win the Brothers Truck Show, that's all GM trucks.
Yep.
Those are my peers.
Yeah.
And our Rtech Fabrication trucks have won 3 years in a row. The Drill Sergeant, the Duke, and the Drill Sergeant I think got actually Brothers Choice.
Yeah.
The Duke got best of 67 to 72. Out of all of those 67 to 72s, that one got it.
There's a ton of them out that show.
Yeah. And so this year we got Brothers Choice.
Yep.
You know, so the owner of Brothers, this is basically him saying, I would love to have the keys to that truck and go drive it.
Wow.
So yeah, it was kind of cool.
Pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, let's check out what you got in this trailer here. I mean, the first truck here, the Duke, I'm very familiar with. We saw this at SEMA a couple years ago, and did a photo shoot with it. We've done some articles on Driving Line, some videos on Driving Line, and she's looking better than ever.
Yeah, just
this
about
is
to
awesome.
get a complete makeover too, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
We're after building this, the Ponderosa is the best truck I've ever built. I'm very proud of it. It was there's been an evolution with Rtech Fabrications, starting with Cowboy, and then the Drill Sergeant. The Duke was much higher level, and now the Ponderosa is an absolute perfect truck in every way.
Wow.
So what we're going to do is all of our 50 series trucks, now that I've designed a front suspension that I feel is a great and safe, something I don't ever have to worry about getting a call from an attorney.
Sure.
So, so we're putting a really super heavy duty 4-link suspension, coilover shocks, and we're going to end up lifting it up about 4 inches.
Okay.
And I don't really want to lift it up more, but the traction bars that we have that we've made for the Ponderosa, this will get that also, because one of the problems that we have, and I didn't really, when I built it at the time, didn't really think about it, but the torque from the motor, it just twists the axle.
You get a lot of axle wrap out of it.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. So,
yeah.
And you know, it's been an issue that I've wanted to address, but we haven't really had a whole bunch of time because we've been so busy showing and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're doing that. We're basically going to take the front of the truck off. We're going to do the suspension, go ahead and do all the stuff back there. We've already built a compound turbo 1,000 horsepower 12 valve Cummins for it.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you something. It's, you know, that's 550 horsepower, and it's impressive.
Oh yeah.
Right? This thing is going to be
a
unreal.
Beast. Yeah. You're going to keep the NV 4500 in there?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I like a standard transmission. I've never really had a high performing, a really high horsepower automatic, because I just don't trust them.
Yeah.
I know you can build them, but and I may end up going to one. So we'll see. But for now, I'm good with what I have.
Yeah. And that trans should hold that power just fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the best part about it.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Other than that, the interior, we pretty much, it's a great interior. We did change the headliner.
Okay.
The headliner that we had in it, it started to fail because of the way it was designed. And now that I have my own in-house upholstery shop, I went back in and redesigned it so that we wouldn't have that same issue, and now we're golden. We put it's a really cool vinyl that I just found. It's available in white and black.
Yeah.
They've got a carbon fiber simulated vinyl.
Wow.
And it is really cool. So
carbon
we did
fiber,
the white in
awesome.
this one, and from now on, I think that all of our trucks are going to have as a standard option the carbon fiber white headliner.
Wow, that's really cool. Well, I want to check out this new truck that you got here. I've only seen photos of it online, but man, is it something else in person. So this is Ponderosa.
Yeah.
So tell me, what did this build start out as?
You know, I'd never. Okay, first off, when I came back from SEMA, you know, this thing was a hit. I mean, it just blew up the internet. You know, blew up the social media. You know, and as a builder and a designer, I came back. I was a little stressed out, and I mean, I had another couple years of, you know, showing and all that stuff. But what am I going to do to top it?
Right.
You know, so I really love this body style. You know, the 6456. So I decided to go ahead, and I'd already planned on designing a crew cab. You know, nobody has.
Right.
So it started off by, I just started building the cab.
Yeah.
The legroom in this is, I mean, we have our Texas Longhorn in the 67 to 72, which is our long cab.
Right.
A lot of people would call it the mega cab. We don't, but anyway, the front door and the back door are the same length, and the legroom in the back seat, it's actually more than in the front seat.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just huge. Every time somebody looks inside the back, the first thing they say is, wow, that's a lot of room.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was one of the things I did design the truck thinking, or, you know, the cab, thinking that it was going to be the easiest and the cheapest of all the cabs we build. It was the most difficult, time-consuming, expensive cab we make.
Wow.
But the reward is, it's a very well-built cab.
Yeah.
It's the best cab we build.
Yep.
But also the room in it, it's just incredible. So,
that's awesome. So it's comfortable to drive, just how the Duke was. You know, you're built for comfort and being able to drive and daily drive the vehicle, but it still looks like, you know, a show-winning truck. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the first show it went to, and it
won.
Thing, so.
And that is the show to go to for these trucks.
For me, it is, because that's, you know, like I said, that's my peers.
Well, for any of the old Chevy crowd, that's the show right there. I mean, it doesn't really get any better than Brothers Truck Show, and that's awesome.
Rtech Fabrications, we have a signature series 12-valve Cummins that we build that goes in it's the minimum that we'll do.
Okay.
And it's a very well built, very reliable, 550 horsepower single turbo 12-valve Cummins.
Okay.
So it has that in it. We've done some mods to it, just more of a being able to control the fuel from inside the cab. But in addition to that, we have a twin disc clutch in it, so that, you know, we don't have to worry about, you know, slipping the clutch. And V4500, it's my favorite transmission. You know, and of course a 205 transfer case, because I don't think there's anything better. You know? Most of, I'd say 90% of the trucks we build for our clients, they have 205s in them. Even a Duramax, we've got a 205 behind it.
Yeah, it's proven platform. So
so you know, Dana 60
up
dual,
front,
obviously. Dana 70 the rear, and it's you know, it's got a locker in it. And these traction bars, I designed them specifically for this truck, and they were absolutely necessary, and they work perfectly.
Yeah.
So the fuel tank, if you look in there, you'll see the Bilstein shocks. That, you know, it's got the twins and, you know, the reservoirs. But we actually design all of our fuel tanks, and we manufacture our own fuel tanks. They're 1/4 inch 6061 aluminum, and we make, and they're about 60 gallons depending on where I'm putting it.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It's enough, believe me. But yeah, everything fits in there nice and clean, and also it has a divot in it so that the I don't know if you can see it, but we actually have a gooseneck hitch in it.
Oh yeah, so you can tow a trailer behind you.
You know, my trucks are pretty, but we would never use them.
Yeah.
I've already designed a really cool trailer, a gooseneck trailer for this thing that will have a classic dragster on it.
Awesome.
So
yeah.
But
can you imagine that thing rolling up to the strip on a Saturday?
Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is, you know, I'm building it for that, but I'm going to actually get another gooseneck trailer, and I'm going to put a pretty good little bulldozer on it, and we're going to just go ahead and tow it, just for those guys
just
to
say,
say, you would never use that.
Yep.
You know, so because this thing has got unreal torque.
Oh yeah, I can imagine, especially having all that traction too.
Yeah, and it's built on a 1-ton frame. I didn't have to lengthen it because it's a 1-ton frame. Yeah. I used a motorhome frame, basically. Okay. You know, of the same year. Yeah. Well, actually, no. This is a 70 model. Okay. 1-ton. I used the 69 through 72 frames on all of our builds. Most of them are on the Longhorn frames, which is a light-duty 1-ton. Now, all of our 50 series, I actually build them on the lighter-duty 50 series frame. It's only a little bit heavier than a 1-ton frame, and it saves me a lot of trouble, and we don't have to worry about putting too much torque to it.
Yeah, so it's definitely ready for all that weight and the torque. That's awesome. Yeah. So this, I love this color. This is a factory GM color?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's light green.
Light green, that's just the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and simple.
You know, and I've had so many people ask me, hey, what color is that, and what's the paint code? It's like, I don't keep all that in my head. It's light green, and it's a 66. It's actually went you know, further back and, you know, further up, but 1966 light green. Yeah. It's not turquoise.
Right.
You know, and they do have a turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
So, but do I know the? I almost think I have to get a tattoo of that number.
With all the paint codes, yeah.
Paint code
for the Duke also, I'm sure. Yeah, you got a lot of questions on that one.
But you know, so it's light green, and by and large, I build all my trucks to look as if GM made them. Yeah. And I like to build classic looking trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I go off script a little bit with, you know, I've got, you know, American Racing big old shiny wheels on it, and you know, I've got my traction bars and the
power steps.
Oh my God.
But how much of a blessing are those?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't get in this thing without them.
I can imagine.
I was crawling in. I mean, I'm 54 years old. I don't jump up in anything anymore, right? So I finally got the thing put together, and you know, I'm getting in it to move it around a little bit, and I couldn't get in it. I mean, I'd have to grab something and crawl into it, and I said, I'm not doing this. This is embarrassing. So I went ahead and got a set of these XLs, and the nice thing about the XLs is they're hidden up under a rigid you know, body. Yeah. So, and when this is actually down on the ground, you actually don't see all the underneath side. But and then I turned them a little bit because they actually don't mount like that. Yeah. So we had to make our own brackets. But yeah, so the extended version, they're for big trucks. Yeah. So, and then of course I painted them silver so that it's the same silver. Well, it's the same silver as the truck and trailer. It's also the bumpers, and this, they're all the same silver. Yeah. So they match. It's a Chevy silver. Nice. So, yeah. But it's a great theme. So you got the 37 1150 20 dually trail grapplers, and these are really cool because they're narrow and you can run a dually on them. So yeah, and I gotta tell you, I was sweating it because, you know, I am all about Nitto tires. I love them. I trust them. All of our builds get them. You know, and I mean, our customers ask us, well, what do you recommend? And I just say, this is how I tell them. Every vehicle I own has Nitto tires on it. Most of them are trail grapplers, and I can't remember what the toe tires are that are on my dually, but I've got Nitto toe tires on that. DuraGrappler, I believe. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I trust them. They seem to be incredibly round, and I've got a ton of miles on the Duke. Yep. And they really look like they're still pretty darn new. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I just love the way the dually looks with these tires on it. Yeah. Just really shows off the tread nicely, and they're nice and narrow, so you don't have to run a huge spacer. Yes. You know, I wanted 37. I like a proportionate tire size to my truck. Exactly. Because these trucks are actually really long. If you put small tires and wheels on them, they look stupid. Yeah. So you know, so everything's proportionate. Yeah. Gonna do a photo shoot with both the Ponderosa and the Duke here. So I'm gonna let Randall get to work here and take these trucks off the trailer, and then we'll check back in once everything's on the ground, and we'll take some photos. Okay, I'm gonna have you go around my car and then just kind of park right there somewhere for now. I'm gonna get Duke set up first, and then I'll get you set up. Okay. So I'm gonna set the Duke up parallel or perpendicular to where my car is right now, so facing this direction.
So just go around Randall, the back over there, and then I'll just direct you from there. Cool. All right, well now that we got the trucks where I want them, time to bust out the camera gear and start shooting some photos. I'm gonna be shooting with the Canon 70D. Probably gonna change lenses, but right now I'm gonna try the 24 to 70 f2.8. This is a workhorse lens that I use for a lot of different stuff, shooting for driving line, and it works pretty well. So we're gonna shoot with this first and see how it goes. Well, we just finished up the photo shoot. Really awesome trucks, man. I mean, these things just really lend themselves to a camera. Wide angle, close up. It's just all in all beautiful shots, and we got kind of lucky. The weather kind of opened up and we got some break in the clouds here, so everything just kind of worked out really nicely. We're gonna walk over there and have a chat with the guys and see what's next on their list. What do they want to do next? All right, well that about wraps it up for me for the photos, but I wanted to ask you, so like what's next now that you have this truck and you've topped the Duke? Has that been bugging you at all, or?
No, because we've got 3 pretty incredible trucks. One should be in a paint booth literally as I'm speaking.
Really?
That's our K50 Blazer.
Wow.
It is epic. Should be at SEMA.
Okay.
Followed by, we have a K50 Suburban. Now,
okay.
I'll go back to the Blazer.
Yeah.
The Blazer has the same identical motor that this one has in it.
Okay.
It weighs half of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, full roll cage. It's a pretty unbelievable, Blazer.
Mm-hmm.
And then behind that comes the K50 Suburban,
mm-hmm.
4-door.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sporting a 427 supercharged LS.
Oh wow. Okay.
And the interior is completely custom.
Yep.
And then behind that we have our K56. It's our K50 6-door.
Wow.
And it is, I didn't want to, I've always thought the 6-doors were just, not structurally right.
Mm-hmm.
Guy pretty much talked me into building him one. But I said, yes, I'll do it, but it has to be done exactly my way.
Right.
Because I'm not setting myself up to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So I've built it, and it's an incredible, no problems with the doors, because that's always been my concern is when a truck articulates,
mm-hmm.
the more doors you have, the more movement you have, and the more problem you could have with doors.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's
so you got your hands full already.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't just it's not like you have to worry about building a bigger truck than this one right here, or a different truck. You already have several in the hole ready to go.
Yeah. No, behind that, we are building the next one that I'm personally building, i.e. funding myself.
Yeah.
Is our C10L.
Okay.
It's our C10 limo.
Wow. So limousine.
It'll be 4 feet longer than our biggest crew cab. So
that's long.
Yeah.
That's gotta be knocking on 30 feet.
No, it's actually about it's exactly 25 feet long.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We are going to do a short bed.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
that's the ultimate prom rig right there.
Rolling into SEMA.
Yeah.
With that coming up to the door and the Rtech clan getting out of it.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Rolling up to those hotels out there in Vegas and. Mm-hmm. Everyone sees you in that thing.
They say whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah. I very seriously doubt that I'm going to be leaving with that limo. Somebody's going to walk up.
Someone's going to want to buy it.
Yeah. Because everybody's always going for, I want something somebody else doesn't have.
Exactly.
And we're those people that do that.
You guys are the epitome of what nobody else has.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Does anybody else know about these other trucks you just told me about, or is this a
the customers
kind of
that own them?
But that's it.
Yeah, well, that, and they're on social media.
You do have the build photos up and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah, and the current.
Yeah,
but we had I have renderings done of everything.
Yeah.
It's really nice to give the client a really good idea of what he's going to be getting.
Right.
So that, and we make. I mean, we have several crew cabs that we're building. Our standard, Texas Longhorn crew cabs.
Yep.
And then we have a bunch of. We're building the Duke 2.0. Guys ordered identical truck, but it's our. I think we're actually, no, it's an 8-foot bed, but it's our Texas Longhorn cab, which I hadn't designed that yet when I built this.
Yeah.
So, and it's getting a Duramax in it, and let me tell you, the Duramax it'll be cleaned up quite a bit. It's not going to have a bunch of that stuff that
California stuff. Yeah.
So we're looking at somewhere around 650, maybe 700 horsepower, and it will be an automatic.
Okay. So a little bit easier to drive, a little bigger package as far as the engine goes, but
yeah, it's really funny. A lot of people that come to me for a crew cab or a 6-door, they have families. They have big families, or they have families that they want them to be safe. And in our trucks, I don't think you're going to lose the fight.
No, there are very few things on the road that would topple one of these trucks over. Yeah, we're gonna just take a couple more photos here and then maybe fly the drone around a bit and head on out of here. But Randall, I wanted to thank you for bringing your beautiful trucks down here and talking about them and showing us what you guys build up there, the amazing quality and all the dedication that goes into your builds, and we're really excited to see what you guys have coming out in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So that was super awesome hanging out with these guys today. Man, they built some really incredible trucks. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything quite like the vehicles that Rtech Fabrications builds. They're unique in every way possible. They're built to drive, not just to be in a show or sit in a garage somewhere. They're built to be driven even on-road and off-road. And the level of detail and dedication and care he puts into each one of these vehicles is just ever so omnipresent within the build itself. You walk around it and you say, wow, that's really smart the way he did that fuel tank. Wow, look at where the batteries are and how the cables are routed. Just the small things that make a truck builder really stand out. And there's no wonder he's won multiple shows, including just this weekend's Brothers Truck Show Brothers Choice Awards. That's really, really awesome. I'm glad I caught these guys while they were down here in SoCal, because they're all the way up in Idaho. It's kind of hard to get a hold of them up there and be able to get up there and take photos. But I'm really stoked that we got to do this here in Orange County, which is kind of rare for me. I don't typically get to do a lot of my photo shoots here in my hometown, just about 10 minutes from where I live. So this is pretty cool. This doesn't happen very often. So please subscribe to Driving Line, guys. We got a ton of really cool videos coming out, including some more episodes of Chasing Dust. Make sure you guys hit that little bell icon next to the subscription button, because that will tell you every time a new video is posted. You'll be the first to see it. But for now, I think I'm gonna fly this drone up in the air a little bit, and then we're gonna march on out of here, and I got a full week of work ahead of me. So it's only Monday. We're gonna get after it. Thanks for watching, guys. DesertChief out.